Good morning, everyone. So this video now is mostly about stress. So at first sight, something not so interesting because lots of people have been discussing stress. So what can we say about it? Well, first, something we all know. Stress is a sort of organic general alert response to threats from the environment. We share it with lots of animal species. And to animals in general, stress means dealing with some threat that is actually there, some impending immediate danger. And what is it that happens in their organism? They detect a threat and immediately they prepare for it. Usually this means fighting, trying to escape it, or freezing. That's what they do. So stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline, they are released in the blood. General muscle tension increases, breathing increases, heart rate increases, inflammation increases many times, because it's also useful for many animals because it allows them to resist possible wounds from fight or from escape. So this is what happens generally. We could discuss all of this, it's not the point here. The thing is that we humans have the same organic response, but we have imagination, we have lots of thought processes, and many times what happens is that we have this same stress response before something that is not really there. It's just our imagination. Our emotional brain is not so good at making a distinction between past, present and future, because we place in there the image of something that might go wrong or of something that went wrong in the past, and our emotional brain responds in the same way as if this thing was still there or was back or was present. It does not make a distinction because it works mainly with imagery and sensations. And in the same way, if I think about something that might happen, that is not there, but might be, I already have the image of it. And so, my emotional brain is already responding to it. So I feel, sometimes I panic, I withdraw, I retreat, I become irritated because of something that is just an imagination. What is present is really this imagination and nothing else. Hence, the importance that spiritual traditions give to being in the present, breathing in the present, knowing that we are here now, and really noticing what is or is not going on. Becoming fully aware of our mind processes. In the same way, each time there is a threat, there is an evaluation of the threat. Actually, our emotional system is mostly evaluating everything all the time. And it is deciding all the time if something is pleasant or unpleasant, for instances. But so, each time there is a threat, that means I evaluate it as a threat. Therefore, I become scared, I prepare for a fight, or try to withdraw or something else. But to evaluate something, we always need a pattern for comparison. We also always need a measure. So, what is the main measure for our stress? It's ourselves, it's our identity. I evaluate something that might happen or that is actually happening, comparing it to what I know, what I think I am, how I feel, the potential for facing it that I believe I have or I don't have. And this means that it's very important to be aware of this pattern for evaluation that is our personal identity, our personality. The good news is that transpersonal practices, spiritual practices in general, have this tendency to change our self-perception. Eventually, we find a deeper self, we find a deeper identity or non-identity from some perspective. We find we might be different or radically different from our normal identity. And something that is a threat to our normal identity is perhaps totally irrelevant even to a deeper self, to a deeper state of peace, to the eventual direct knowledge from experience that at a deep level there is no death, we cannot actually be threatened, nothing really that important might happen to us. This is an experience that might come from meditation and many other spiritual practices. That's quite relevant, actually. Meanwhile, we work, we are changing our identity, but we are also learning how to stay at peace, even physiological peace, how to manage our anxiety in different ways. I'll be talking about it in another video. But also, we learn how to be in the present time, without this illusion about the past and future, so that we stay here and now. And something else very important, we might even learn to accept everything in a peaceful way, without resistance, but not without the ability to act. We just act from deeper within in a different way. And we learn, we practice non-evaluation. We observe a lot, we evaluate less and less. We observe from deep within, from our deeper self, to the extent we learn and we can do that. And so threats stop. And so the emotional responses from this speedy evaluation, everything stops. We get a different peace of mind. We get a different frame of mind to look at the world and to look within to ourselves. And we find a different place from within, from where to meet other people and the world. So this is the message for this moment. If you like it, please comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.